Welcome, Capricorn, to the Temple of Consciousness. Please, I'm inviting you in to attend your September 2024 Astrology Tarot Combination reading. This will be relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Capricorn. Welcome, Capricorn. Let's begin. It is the transits of Mars and Venus that primarily concern me. I can't do a full-on astrology reading, but I can pick out those elements that I feel are the most relevant to the current energy within the month. And that's why I follow the transits of Mars and Venus, because they are short-lived and they bring dynamic, present energy into the forecast. So we have Mars moving into Cancer. And as a Capricorn, Cancer is your 7th house of relationships. Mars is the symbol of high energy, aggressive, often combative energy. So when it moves into your 7th house, it's a warning in effect to be cool-headed when in discussions or when you are interacting with your primary relationships. On the positive note, it gives you a great deal of ambition and drive towards your relationship, to put effort into it, to concentrate on it, to bring it into a more vital state, a more alive state. If it's been dormant or if it's been neglected, your relationships have been neglected, it's time for you to put some energy into your relationships. It could be if you're single, that you have much more energy and ambition for dating, for seeking out a partner, a soulmate. And you could be looking for a more dynamic relationship, one that's maybe has a certain level of sexual excitement to it as well, as Mars is a very male-dominated energy of aggressive pursuit of sex. That could be as well. Now, we have Venus in Libra during the month. And Libra is your 10th house. It's even being trined by Jupiter in Gemini. So that now, during the month, your 10th house, which is the house of your career, your reputation, your social standing, in effect, is being graced by the energy of Venus, the planet of love, compassion, comfort, pleasure, ruling or transiting this sector, bringing that very energy into your career, demanding of you to be fair, to be diplomatic, to be caring, within the context of your career. And if you are caring, compassionate, and loving, there's some sort of positive influence that will have on your career. Maybe there's some philanthropic work that you will be asked to participate in, or maybe you are driven to do voluntary work where the rewards are purely humanitarian. Any of these possibilities may eventuate for you. And finally, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. And Pisces is your third house, house of ideas, concepts, thinking, communication, exchange of ideas. And here we have an eclipse. So your ideas are going through a stage of change where old beliefs, old ideas may be left behind and new, more positive ideas take their place. Or it could be that you unmask an idea. It's revealed to you. An idea comes to you which has emotional impact. Or it could be that you're hiding something, or you want to hide something, or something is being hidden from you, an idea, concept, some way of thinking. So you might be going through a revolution in ideas. So all that is possible. Now, let's begin your tarot reading with the sound of healing. You may be very familiar with these tuning forks because I've been ringing them for 5 years on this channel. And I used to sell them, but I may go back to selling them again. But for now, I'm just using them in my own practice, in my own healing, sound healing practice. I'm a yoga teacher and a sound therapist. So listen to the sound, absorb it, let it penetrate. And I take a few moments just to shuffle. They're rather awkward because they're so big, which is why I pre-shuffle, but I like to do a little extra shuffling just before I start the reading. And it allows me to also thank you for your viewership, for being here, and for supporting these readings in any way you can. I realize we're all going through very hard times. This is one of the most, hard to predict economic times. And everyone is a little bit cautious about how they spend their money, and I don't blame them. I'm the same way. So if there's a chance you can support these readings, I would appreciate it. But if you can't, then just a note from you, a message from you, and sharing and subscribing will be a blessing. So let's start your reading. Let me begin. The first card represents the overall energetic theme of the month. How interesting. We have the Fool. The Fool. You know, in ancient times, in mythology, the Fool was known as the trickster, the bringing in those sort of unexpected elements that allow you then to begin again, a fresh start. So something unusual, something maybe even unanticipated. Even though this isn't in the position of the unexpected, there is an element of the unexpected in it. You bring about some situation in which you have to take a chance. You have to risk something. You have to go blind into a situation, perhaps. But this is one of the most optimistic cards in the entire deck, showing you that this new beginning has enormous positive potential. And there's also a kind of acceptance of the inevitable change coming, because there's nothing aggressive about it. There's nothing fearful about it. Even though he's about to step off this dangerous cliff, he is rather confident that everything will go according to, I wouldn't say according to plan, as much as according to destiny. And you really have to surrender to your destiny and be absolutely faithful that all will be well, as it will. So this is the overall energy of the month of September. Major change coming in September for you. Indeed. In the position of what will challenge you, we have the Eight of Cups. Leaving something that you valued behind. Being in the position of the challenge, something that you know you must leave behind. And remember, we had the Fool in the beginning, so it's indicative of having to surrender to the change coming and to accept it with full faith in the positive outcome. Here, there's literally, you have to have the emotional courage to turn your back on what you've invested a great deal of your emotional energy into, and to seek higher ground, better, more friendly, happy, fulfilling conditions. That is your challenge. So that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. In the position of the unexpected, we have now the Ace of Pentacles. which has a very similar energy to the Fool. The Fool's more powerful in the delivery of this particular message of renewal, a fresh start, a new beginning, a new chapter, a new book that you're writing. And this is indicative of the unexpected opportunity. Either you will be gifted a sum of money, or you will have to invest a sum of money to start this process, which was introduced to you by the Fool. You have to put your money where your mouth is. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe that if you invest financially in your idea, and it could be a new idea because we have, again, the full moon eclipsing your third house of ideas. So leaving old ideas behind, old beliefs behind, and moving into a new realm of ideas and investing financially in that. So this could be about buying a new property. It could be buying some kind of new large purchase that then helps you, like a car or anything, where like getting a loan for a business, something like that, so that you have then to put in the energy to nurture it. It could be very much a seed that the universe plants and that you have to nurture every day, watering it, tending to it. This will be a long process of growth, as again was indicated by the Fool, which is the very first card of the major arcana. So it's initiating a voyage, a trip, a journey. That is your challenge, to make the right investment, to use your money wisely, to build your financial security. And finally, in the position of the outcome, we have a card called Wealth. Money. This is money that comes from philanthropy, charity. It's about receiving justice. Legal justice is what I was saying. In the realm of the law, you receive justice. You seek justice, and justice is achieved. This is also financial justice, being fair to those who are less fortunate. And as we said, we have Venus in your 10th house. Venus being the symbol of compassion, being the symbol of love within your career sphere. And here we have compassion and love showed to those less fortunate. You might become a mentor, or you might, your wisdom, your knowledge, your expertise might be building your reputation. And it is through these acts of charity that you achieve the highest success, and you achieve you come to a sort of pinnacle in your reputation, within your career and within your community. The only drawback I see in this entire reading is Mars in the 7th, which can sometimes lead to arguments. I would try as best I can not to let that happen and to use that energy for positive, exciting building within a relationship. So that said, thank you very much, Capricorn. I hope that you enjoyed the reading and that you enjoy your September. Thank you for coming, and I will see you next one. All my love, and namaste.